Let me tell you something that your parents, your real estate agent, and every financial guru selling courses won't admit. Your home isn't an asset. It's a liability dressed up in granite countertops and a white picket fence. And right now, while you're watching this video, it's bleeding you dry. I know what you're thinking. But I'm building equity. I'm not throwing money away on rent. That's exactly what they want you to believe. That's the story that keeps you locked in what I call the invisible prison, a 30-year sentence that most people sign up for without ever reading the fine print written in their own blood. Here's the harsh truth. You don't own your home. Your home owns you. Every month it demands a sacrifice. Your mortgage payment, your property taxes, that leaky roof, the HVAC system that dies in July, the foundation crack that'll cost $15,000 to fix. And you're trapped. You can't move for that dream job in another city. You can't pivot when opportunities arise. You can't invest in the business idea that could 10 times your income. Why? Because you're handcuffed to a building that society convinced you was smart money. By the end of this video, you're going to see your home completely differently. And for some of you, you're going to realize you need to escape before it's too late, especially as we head into 2026. Let's dismantle the biggest lie in personal finance. Let's do some basic math that your mortgage broker conveniently forgot to mention. You bought a $400,000 home, put down $80,000, financed $320,000 at 7% over 30 years. Your mortgage payment? About $2,100 a month. But that's just the beginning of the nightmare. Property taxes? Add another $600 a month. Homeowner's insurance? $200. HOA fees if you're in a neighborhood? $150. Maintenance? The rule of thumb is 1 to 2% of your home's value annually. That's another $350 to $650 per month you should be setting aside. Let's be conservative. Your $2,100 mortgage just became $3,400 to $3,900 per month in real costs. But wait, there's more hidden damage. Are you single? Congratulations, you're paying what I call the singles tax. You're carrying these massive costs alone while your married friends split them. Your $3,400 monthly burden is like them paying $1,700 each. You're already behind. And here's the part that nobody talks about. Opportunity cost. That $80,000 down payment? If you'd invested it in the S&P 500 over the past 10 years, it would be worth roughly $215,000 today. Instead, it's locked in drywall and 2x4s that are rotting in the walls. The extra $1,300 per month you're spending beyond rent? That could be building an investment portfolio generating passive income. Instead, it's vanishing into a black hole called homeownership. This isn't building wealth. This is preventing wealth. But the financial bleeding isn't even the worst part. It's the psychological prison that destroys you slowly. Why does everything change when you get rid of financial stress? Because financial stress isn't just about money. It's about options. And your house has eliminated your options. You wake up at 3 a.m. worrying about that foundation crack. Your boss treats you like garbage, but you can't quit because you need the mortgage payment. That business idea, can't pursue it. Too risky when you've got a $320,000 anchor around your neck. Your dream of spending a year abroad? Impossible. You're chained to a specific geographic location. Here's what financial freedom actually looks like. Liquid capital and low fixed costs. When you have cash and flexibility, you can negotiate from a position of power. You can take calculated risks that can 10 times your income. You can pivot when opportunities arise. You can sleep peacefully knowing you're not one emergency away from disaster. But your house? It's done the opposite. It's transformed you from a strategic financial player into a maintenance worker managing a liability. You've become a slave to the asset you thought would set you free. The irony is suffocating. Now here's where we get strategic, because I'm not just here to complain. I'm here to show you the way out. Let me introduce you to the financial bulk and cut strategy. In bodybuilding, you bulk to build muscle. You consume massive resources to grow. Then you cut to reveal definition. You trim the fat and show what you've built. The same applies to wealth building, the bulk phase. This is your aggressive growth period. High income, high investment, maximum capital deployment. You're building the muscle of your financial empire. You take risks, you invest heavily, you compound aggressively. The cut phase. This is when you reduce risk, eliminate waste, and optimize what you've built. Lower costs. Protect assets. Maintain and reveal the wealth you've accumulated. Here's the problem. Your house forces you into a permanent cut phase before you've ever bulked. You're stuck with massive fixed costs, zero liquidity, and no ability to deploy capital aggressively. You're trying to build muscle while starving yourself. It's financial suicide. Most people buy a house in their 30s, exactly when they should be in their aggressive bulk phase. Instead, they lock themselves into cut phase expenses that prevent them from ever building real wealth. Think about it. Can't invest in that startup opportunity. Money's in the house. Can't take that high-risk, high-reward career move. Need stable income for the mortgage. Can't build a side business. All spare time goes to home maintenance. Can't relocate for a 50% salary increase. Trapped by the house. You're cutting when you should be bulking. And by the time you're 55, you've got equity in a house, but no liquid capital, no passive income streams, and no financial muscle. Here's the snowball effect you're missing. When you free up capital and reduce fixed costs, every dollar you earn can compound. You invest $1,000, it becomes $1,200, which becomes $1,800, which becomes $3,000. The snowball rolls downhill, getting bigger and faster, but your house, it stops the snowball completely. Every month you're pushing that ball back up the hill just to keep the house. And here's why this matters right now as we move through 2026. The traditional financial playbook is dying faster than ever. Interest rates have been volatile. Home prices are artificially inflated in most markets. The job market is being revolutionized by AI and remote work, meaning location flexibility is becoming the most valuable career asset you can have. And you're locked to a building in a potentially declining market with costs that only go up. Property taxes, rising, insurance premiums, skyrocketing, maintenance costs. Inflation is killing you. Meanwhile, your home's value might plateau or even drop depending on your market. The people who will thrive in 2026 and beyond aren't the ones with the biggest houses. They're the ones with the most options, the most liquidity, the most flexibility. By 2030, the wealthiest people in your generation won't be homeowners. They'll be strategic capital deployers who understood the game while everyone else was trapped in the invisible prison. So here's your decision matrix. Keep the house if you're already in cut phase, late 40s or older with wealth established, and you're optimizing lifestyle. Keep it if your mortgage is under 25% of your take-home pay. Keep it if you have 6 months or more of expenses in liquid savings outside the house. Keep it if you genuinely love the location and lifestyle it provides. Escape the prison if you're in your 30s or early 40s and should be bulking. Escape if your total housing costs exceed 35% of your income. Escape if you have limited liquid savings. Escape if you're sacrificing career opportunities or investments because of the house. Escape if you feel trapped rather than empowered. The question isn't, is home ownership bad? The question is home ownership bad for you at this stage? For most people watching this video, the answer is yes. You bought the dream before you could afford the nightmare. Here's what I want you to do right now. Stop lying to yourself about your house being an investment. Calculate your real monthly costs: mortgage, taxes, insurance, maintenance, opportunity cost on your down payment. Now ask yourself, am I in a bulk phase or a cut phase? If you're trying to build wealth, grow your income, and create options, you're supposed to be bulking. And if your house is preventing that, you're playing a game you cannot win. Drop a comment right now and tell me, which phase am I in, bulk or cut? And is my house helping or destroying that strategy? Be brutally honest. Because the first step to escaping the invisible prison is admitting you're in one, and if you're ready to learn the strategies that actually build wealth, the moves that create the snowball effect instead of stopping it, hit that subscribe button. Because while everyone else is trapped, you're going to learn how to break free. The harsh truth hurts, but freedom feels better. I'll see you in the next one.